So the question says, explain the likely cost of high unemployment, underemployed, and high inactivity rates on the individuals themselves. The individual, the local community, the economy, and government. So let's take it as an individual. An individual who is unemployed. You are an individual, you are unemployed. So if you are unemployed, it means you don't have income to spend. That means you are losing out on income because you are not engaged, you don't have a job. So you are losing out on income. So for an individual, the individual is losing out on income. An unemployed individual. So unemployed individual will be losing out on income. That's it. Which means what? We can't think of it to save ourselves. We can't. Or they can't. Do you understand? As an individual. So the individual who is unemployed, this is what happens. Is losing out on income. No income for the individual. What happens to the local community for this individual? This individual will be a burden to the local community. That means he won't be able to have a positive impact in the community. Because you can't contribute because you don't even have a job. You are unemployed. So you won't be able to contribute anything to the community. So the community you won't have any positive impact to the community. Do you get it? So for the community now, this individual to the community. So they become a burden to the community, and they can also get themselves involved in crimes. That's for the community. Then, to the government. What happens to an unemployed person? An unemployed person will rely on government for social welfare, which we call unemployed benefits. So the government will have to be paying that individual who doesn't have a job unemployed benefits, which is a sort of transfer payment. Do you understand? So here, government expenditure will have to increase. Government expenditure will increase due to increase in social welfare. They come back at the unemployment benefit on unemployment benefits. So government will have to pay unemployment benefits more. That's the impact of an unemployed person to the government. Now to the economy. When individuals are unemployed, it means in that economy they cannot reach their potential. That is what it means. If there is unemployment in the economy, it means in that economy the potential in that economy cannot reach the full capacity because some people are not working. So whatever is being produced whatever output it is in this economy, it is not to the highest potential. Because some resources are underutilized. Unemployment means resources are underutilized. Which means in that country, no matter how huge the output is, some things are still missing because some people are not engaged. So in this economy, output will be less. Output will be less. That means people are not reaching the potential they should reach. Do you understand? So the output potentials cannot be reached. Cannot be reached as people / resources are what underutilized. That is the impact of unemployment to the individual, to the local community, to the government and the economy. Is it clear? Now, let's go to underemployed. When they say you are underemployed, it means you have a job, you are employed, but you're still missing some parts. You still have time to reach the highest potential. That means you can still have other jobs doing. You are still not used. You're still not fully used. You are not fully used to reach your potential. That is what I mean by underemployed. You have a job, but there's still space for you to work more or further. So if this occurs, what happens to that individual? That individual might be lacking in skills or might be demotivated to find other jobs. You are underemployed. It means you have not reached your full potential. Because you have not reached your full potential, it means you are not giving out what you are supposed to give to the economy, or you are not giving out what you are supposed to give as an individual. You've not self-actualized your potential. That is what it is. You have not reached that your goal. Self-actualization. So what is the impact to the local community? So it means you might not be able to improve the local community. You might not be able to give your own quota to the community. Government. You will also be asking for social benefits from government, which increases government revenue or government expenditure. Do you get it? And for the economy, what happens to the economy? Because you are still not used to your full potential, it means some output are missing. Is it clear? Therefore, for inactivity rates, when you are inactive, it means you are not even seeking for employment. You are not seeking for employment. You are done. So those that are inactive are those that are closer to their retirement from 60 years old. They stop working. So they become inactive. Although also women that are full housewives, they are inactive. So what are the impacts to the individual themselves? It means they are not reaching their own potentials. They are losing out on what to make them to become active. They are missing out on different things. To the local community, they won't be able to also help the community because they are inactive. To the government, they have to also get what we call welfare benefit from government. And to the economy, they are not producing. They are not producing any good. They are not providing any service. So, because they are part of the community, they are part of the society, they are part of the economy is losing out. Because you have some people that are redundant in the economy. They are not doing anything. So it will affect your GDP per head. GDP per capita or GDP per head. Which is your GDP divided by your total population. So here, your population continues to increase, but your output in the economy is falling. Because people are what? Unemployed. They are inactive and they are underemployed. Do you understand how it works now? In as much as people are underemployed, inactive, and unemployed, the GDP of that country will fall. And it will reduce the GDP per capita in that economy. So that's what it means. Is it clear now?